India versus Australia is just some days away. It's been a busy cricketing calendar for both these sides, yet Australia seems to be just able to find the time to get into the mind games and start taunting their opposition even before they've arrived in their country. So what have they dished out to India this time? How far have they taken the act, and what more to expect? Now, when you are going up against Australia in any format, you've got to realize a few things by now. One, you're going up against a system. It's not just a team. When it's you versus Australia, it's not only the players on the field, it's a whole army that's behind and against you. The ground staff, media, fans, everybody chime in. Two, be very prepared to be welcomed by taunts, jeers, below-the-belt jibes and all things other than cricketing challenges. Let's admit Aussies have surely mastered one thing while dominating their opposition on the field with their skill set, and that's the art of sledging. Something they surely did not miss a chance at indulging in days before the limited over series against India begins. So what has happened now? An anchor with an Australian sports streaming service, while interviewing some of the top Australian cricketers, both male and female, brought up the topic of India. And in a taunting question directed towards the Indian men's cricket team about them, suggested that the best way to overcome India would be to target their weakness, which was clearly their unwillingness to shake hands. And the response from the Australians was instant, bordering on the brash, even rude gestures that they were hoping would pass off as a bit of a joke. Now, obviously, the initial assumption is that this is linked to the whole Asia Cup episode where India did not shake hands with their counterparts, Pakistan, after the games, leading to an uproar and some ugly scenes during all the matches that took place between these two countries during that entire tournament right up to the final. Now, to set it straight here, this was a stand India took, keeping in mind the sentiment of a country that was enraged post what happened in Pahalgam, and how the Pakistan government has not taken a stand against terrorism and terror acts. Sometimes certain gestures are purely beyond the realm of the game, but this taunt was also possibly alluding to what transpired between India and England recently during a test series. When England captain Ben Stokes approached the Indian batters at that point, Ravindra Jadeja and Washington Sundar, to call it a draw and pack their bags, despite them nearing their hundreds, and India, of course, refusing to shake hands on principle. That the day was not done just yet, and these batters deserved the milestones. They were not being petty, but the Aussie media here and the players surely seemed to be. Glenn Maxwell trying the fist in the palm, Grace Harris placing a thumb on her nose and wiggling the other fingers, fashioning a childish taunt, Sophie Molineux doing the Italian salute, which translates to basically the up yours gesture, then even using the middle fingers. Mitchell Marsh doing the finger in the cup, ice cup gesture, and it goes on. Now, the video unfortunately was deleted, and no guesses why. It triggered a massive response, but not before, of course, the pictures went viral. One particular user brought up Sandpaper Gate to suggest that the Aussies do not know how to play fair, so the least they can do is play nice. But they have been far from that. It doesn't fit into their psyche. They will pride themselves on giving it off with bat and ball and their words and gestures. They will take great pride in accosting an Indian captain at an airport, but turn and call the cricketer out here for being a bully. He was just stopping the media from recording his kids. And in actuality, they fit that description to the T themselves. If their media has the gumption to do this, that you can see on your screens, then just imagine the players. But even sledging, taunts and jibes need some class, Australia. There has simply got to be a difference between smart intimidation and brainless trolling. Australia, though, has managed to match the jibes off the pitch with their performance on it in the past. But if they do not, in the series that's coming up. And rest assured, India will love to have the last laugh without even trying to put them down with any such antics.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.